Hello guys, it's Remus here bringing you a new video about Seraphine's abilities. So potentially we got all of her abilities leaked from apparently Wild Rift. This was already leaked a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and even Skin Spotlights confirmed it that 2 of the abilities got leaked because apparently we're going to also get her in Wild Rift, not only in the PC version of League of Legends, and 2 abilities got leaked 2 weeks ago and now all of them got leaked apparently from a build of Wild Rift with all of her upcoming skins. We're going to condense them a little bit and remove the numbers because those may be not final and maybe different, and who knows if those abilities are actually legit, but maybe they are. She sounds interesting though. She kinda sounds a bit too much like a support instead of a mid laner mage, but the main ability is the echo. All of her abilities can echo, so they're being able to cast twice. So let's quickly run over all of them. So the passive is that every third basic ability will echo. Casting it again, casting an ability grants a node to an ally. For each node, Seraphine's next basic attack gains additional range and magic damage. So basically every 3 basic abilities, so Q, W or E, will be able to cast twice, because all of them do something else if you cast them again. So you'll see there is some logic from this echo chain. So I don't think it's that unique, we'll see. And people have been saying she's going to be a mermaid, and it makes sense to be a mermaid, but only her ultimate will have a charm that might fit into the mermaid thing. But to me she sounds a bit too much like a support than a mid, a phenomenal mage. So maybe it's real, maybe they're going to be a bit different, maybe it's fake, maybe it's a fake leak, I don't know, but it got leaked in multiple places and I researched it a bit before doing this video like I told you yesterday, so we can expect something like this if this is real. Next, let's go into her abilities. So the Q would be just that she deals magic damage in a targeted area and dealing increased damage based on enemies missing health. Pretty simple, not that complicated, but again, if you cast this twice, that missing health will ramp up her damage for the second echo ability of the Q if you manage to do 3 abilities before the Q. So she's going to cast it twice and she's going to do more and more damage as the enemies have more missing health. Makes sense. The second ability is what doesn't make much sense to me because it's a shield, and since she's a mid laner, you're not going to use this too much, so maybe she's going to work more like Lux, where she's going to work as a mid laner and as a support sort of, but mostly mid laner, and this is going to be more useful in team fights. But the second ability, so the W probably, is that she shields all nearby allied champions and grants them movement speed buff. And if she's already shielded, the allies receive a heal based on their missing health. So again, if you echo this one, she's already going to have a shield and she's going to also heal all the nearby allies. This is pretty cool. The echo mechanic is pretty interesting. The E, or the third ability, we don't know if this is the order of them, but this one deals magic damage and slows enemies' hit. If the targets are already slowed, they are rooted instead. So again, the echo works here quite nicely. If you manage to echo the third ability, they're going to get damaged, slowed, and then rooted if they're already slowed, so if you manage to hit them twice with the E. And the ultimate, she deals magic damage and charms enemies hit by the spell. We don't know how the spell works, maybe it's a skill shot, a long range, or an AoE, we don't know. But apparently the spell extends whenever it hits an ally or enemy champion. I don't know how it's going to hit an ally, because it only says that it deals magic damage and charms enemies hit by the spell. Maybe it can bounce from allies as well, and it goes further and further depending on how many enemies it hits, and extends on an AoE range or on a lane range like Lux ultimate, I don't know. And the charm will probably be something like Ari, maybe they're getting pulled toward her, since she's probably going to be a siren based on her ocean and sirenic art on her Twitter. We know she's still working with KDA, so we're going to get a song with her soon and the KDA band. That's not the baddest, that's going to be in their album, full album, and she's going to be part of the KDA, but that will be her release skin, so she's going to have a KDA Seraphine skin, and her default skin will probably be a mermaid or something more fantastic that, you know, more fantasy like, that works into League of Legends. Though I don't know what to say about those abilities, they sound a bit simplistic to be honest, like Samira was a bit complicated with the combo building, but this sounds pretty simple. But to be honest, Lilia was also quite simple and Yone wasn't that complicated either, so we're not getting that complex champions with every release, but at least she has this echo mechanic that's unique to her, which is pretty cool if this is real, but maybe this is going to be different in Wild Rift if this is an actual legit leak from Wild Rift. So maybe she's going to be a bit different in Wild Rift than she will be in her normal PC version of League of Legends. So we'll see. Though she kinda resembles Morgana and Lux a little bit too much, I would say, but this double casting mechanic might work well. But that's it for now. Let me know if you believe those leaks can be real or not, and if you would like the abilities to be like this with this echo mechanic. Now this is pretty much confirmed because we had this leaked twice, so at least this passive and the shield must be real, if not the entire kit. Though keep in mind that this got leaked for Wild Rift, for the beta files of Wild Rift, so it may be different for the PC version, since they sometimes switch up the things because they're different controls and everything, so not all the abilities are exactly the same. And it's weird, it will be the first time when they release a new champion for both versions, for PC and for Wild Rift, but we'll see. Let me know what you think, let me know if you hope those are real or not, let me know if you think it's too support-like and not enough mid-like for a champion, because we knew she's going to be a phenomenal mage that's supposed to be for mid, and the next champion after her will be the super tanky support, so we'll see. But I'm curious if they're going to add her in Wild Rift as well as in the PC version, since, you know, Wild Rift has more intense models and they look a lot better there. I'm going to make a new comparison with the recent new champions and skins they've made there. I really wish they would add those in PC as well. And even the Samira model they used in the cinematic looked better than the in-game model, so maybe they're going to add Samira and SERAPHINE in both versions, and from now on we're going to get both versions when a new champion comes out. Maybe they're going to add them in both the PC version and Wild Rift at the same time, who knows, we'll see. But thanks for watching, let me know again what you think about the leaks, if you believe they're true or not, and if you are disappointed or not. This has been one of the best teased champions so far, with the Twitter and the songs and the SoundCloud and her being like a real person sharing pictures and cover songs, so she's pretty well teased, so she better be interesting as a champion in game as well. Her Twitter is already at almost 300,000 followers, so we'll see. Shouldn't be too long from now. Anyway, thanks for watching and I will see you soon. Bye bye.